Welcome back, Honestman, Skyrim, Blind First Playthrough, Dragonborn DLC. Last episode, we left off after picking up a brand new shout called Bend Will. And this episode, we are tasked with using that shout on the Windstone, which is just over here. I assume these are all mind-controlled minions of Miraak.
Here in his shrine.
That they have forgone.
Go!
Is someone there?
Oh shit, what is that?
You can't. I thank you for your protection, Honestman.
Talk to Storm.
Fever must have taken me. What else could explain this?
Why was I building it?
Is that the chief? That might have been the chief.
Just a dream?
We have to head back to the
Oh.
village.
It is a nightmare, sure.
Yeah, Storm is the village elder.
You have prevailed. I can feel it. The air is different. We are safe, which means you have succeeded.
Indeed, your people are free.
So it is. You have proven yourself an ally to the Skull, and so the Skull shall be allies to you.
What do we do now?
If you have released the Windstone and broken the hold on my people, perhaps you can do the same for the rest of Solstheim. I doubt it will fully stop whatever Miraak is doing, but it may slow his progress.
I mean, that seems like reasonable steps. I'm fully on board with that. So I'm not really on board with this dialogue here, but I guess I'll play along. I need to stop Miraak now.
I cannot help with that. None here can. You will need the knowledge Miraak himself learned. You will need to learn more about this black book.
Tell me more about this book, then.
Miraak had this? This does not look like something of the dragon cult. It is a dark thing, unnatural. I would have nothing to do with it. But the dark elf wizard, Neloth, he came to us some time ago, asking about black books. I believe he knows a great deal about them. Perhaps too much. Seek him out to the south. Be cautious, Dragonborn. There is something else at work here.
Okay. What else can you tell me about these black books? Anything?
Our traditions do not speak of them, but they and Miraak are connected. You read a black book and saw him. And the book's power comes from the same dark source as that which corrupted the Windstone. But beware, you are now walking the same road as Miraak.
Why do you think this Neloth can help me find black books?
He also is searching for them. In fact, he has already found one. He showed it to me when he came here. It was very like the one you found in Miraak's temple. A thing of dark magic, not of the All-Maker.
What happened when I shouted at the Windstone? Do you know?
The power of the stone had been corrupted. It was the source of the influence that had taken control of the Skull. Your shout broke whatever evil will controlled the stone, and restored its true nature as a conduit of the All-Maker's gifts. Freeing the other stones will diminish whatever dark influence is spreading across Solstheim.
Yeah, the other stones. There's 4 or 5 more.
Yes. There are 6 sacred stones. Wind, water, earth, beast, sun, and tree. Through them, the oneness of the land is maintained. Freya saw that the tree stone now stands imprisoned in Miraak's new temple. I doubt that you can free it until his power is broken. But you may be able to cleanse the other stones. Even if this does not stop Miraak, it surely will delay his return.
Who or what is the Allmaker that you mentioned?
You are an outsider, and I don't know if I can make you understand. I will try. The Allmaker is the maker of all things, and it is from the Allmaker that life flows like a great river. As all rivers must return to the sea, so all life returns in time to the Allmaker. I know our ways must seem strange to you, but the 9 gods of the Empire are equally strange to us.
What is your role among the Skull? You the shaman?
As shaman of Skull Village, I serve as both a guide and a healer, as well as a keeper of traditions. I also remind the Skull to live as one with nature, and to honor the will of the Allmaker, so that we will be worthy to join him in death.
Right.
May darkness never touch you.
Cool, cool. Oh, you're here.
For many years now, I have attended to Storm, learning his ways.
This seems like a real non sequitur here. Where is your mother?
She died when I was very young. She was caught in a terrible snowstorm while returning home from gathering firewood. You must understand that for the Skal, life is a constant hardship. We take nothing for granted. We cannot afford to. Between the wolves, the weather, and the threats in the south, even a simple task like gathering wood for the fire can turn deadly in an instant.
Then why stay here? Why not live somewhere safer?
We are bound to this land, like a great pine with roots that run as deep as the tree is tall. I know it must seem strange to you, but for us, the thought of leaving our village is equally strange. The land and the Skal are one. There is no other way to say it.
For a shaman, you fight pretty well. Who trained you?
It was Scarf the Giant, our former chieftain, who taught me the ways of battle. He was a great bear of a man, and a fearsome warrior. I used to be terrified of him when I was a little girl. I was a restless and angry child, and Scarf taught me swordplay, so that I could, as he used to say, put that fire to good use. He was a great man, and a good leader. I miss him dearly. Farewell, outsider.
Obviously, I could bring her along as a companion, but I don't really see a need to. Top of the agenda here is to talk to that dark elf about the black books. Because he's almost certainly going to send me around the map anyway, looking for books, I assume. There's multiple. Clearly there's multiple, because he has one and I have one. So I'd rather figure that out first, and then maybe be able to knock out both shrines and books at the same time, rather than running all over the map for shrines and then running all over the map again for books. So that's the reasoning there. I'm going to try to get to this guy first. There is, however, a shrine on the way. I think it's the Sun Shrine. So certainly let's go ahead and knock that out.
different somehow. More myself.
Yes, Sarah.
All right.
Going back to prison. Rather die in the ash.
Jesus.
Why are you out here? Aren't you supposed to be in the tower of Master
Won't
Nella?
this summoning work? If you must know, I am trying to get this Ash Guardian spell to work. Now let me concentrate. Besides, shouldn't you be worrying about the damage to the tower?
Master Neloth has tasked Alenia with repairing the tower.
Nothing.
Is in the lab, where it would be safer for all of us.
The lab is too small. Also, I need the ashy soil. Master Neloth knows what I'm doing. No need to bother him about it, though. He's quite busy at the moment.
It's on your head if something goes wrong. Just let me get back inside first.
Ash Guardian. Maybe the book has something.
We don't get many visitors. Is there something you need?
Yeah, what is this place?
Tel Mithrin. It's the home of Master Neloth. You may have heard of him. He's a famous Telvanni wizard.
I have, actually. He lives in a giant mushroom?
In Morrowind, the Telvanni grow buildings from special fungus spores. Master Neloth grew one here to be his home. Don't ask me how.
Are you one of his apprentices?
No, Talvis is his apprentice. I'm his steward. I manage the day-to-day affairs of Tel Mithrin.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Sure, sure.
I don't think you belong here. Does Master Neloth know about you?
Not yet. He's about to. You practicing a spell?
Yes, I'm trying to summon an Ash Guardian. Just having trouble deciphering Master Neloth's handwriting. I don't mean to be rude, but I need to concentrate.
Sure, sure. Alright, let's find this guy. Float up? Yeah. Sounds good.
It's as if Tel Mithrin is cursed. Spoiled. Stop that! I don't recall inviting you into my tower. I do hope you make this worth my while.
Well, I have this black book here, and I hear you know where to find more.
You refer to the tomes of esoteric knowledge that old Hermaeus Mora has scattered throughout the world? What could you know of them?
Well, I found one.
Found one? Yes. And you read it too, didn't you? Don't try to deny it. You've got the look. I can see it now.
The look of someone who can read?
Dangerous knowledge is still knowledge and therefore useful. Usually turns out to be the most useful, in my experience.
Okay. Well, I'm after this Miraak guy. He seems to be a real douche. You want to help me stop him?
Miraak? The one all the town folk are always chanting about?
Yep, that's the one. You may have noticed he's trying to return to Solstheim.
Well, I knew something connected with Hermaeus Mora was spreading its influence across the island. I wasn't sure that it was in fact the same entity as this legendary namesake of the Central Temple, although the villagers seem quite convinced.
Okay, so give me the deal on these books.
Oh yes, they're not hard to locate once you know how to look for them. I have one here that I've been using to locate more.
Is it a good one?
Yes, I haven't been idle while this fascinating madness engulfed Solstheim. But my book isn't what you're looking for. I'm quite sure it is unconnected with this Miraak. But I do know where to find a black book that can help you.
Why won't the one you have help me?
Oh, it is clearly not associated with the same power that has overtaken the island. And I'm not talking about Hermaeus Mora. These black books are all his, of course. No, what you're looking for is a specific book, presumably because Miraak's power derives from it.
Seem to know an awful lot. So where can I find this book?
Yes, I do. I haven't been able to get it, though. But maybe together we can unlock the secrets the Dwemer left behind.
Teamwork makes the dream work. But the Dwemer, what do they have to do with this?
Forbidden knowledge was somewhat of a specialty of the dwarves, eh? You don't think they would just leave it alone, do you? It seems the ancient Dwemer discovered this book and took it to study. I found their reading room in the ruins of Nachardak. The book is there, but it's sealed in a protective case, which I wasn't able to open. But perhaps the two of us, together, will be able to get at the book. To Nachardak, then. Follow me.
Okay. Okay, it doesn't look terribly far. We sort of backtrack to the shrine here a little bit. And then curve around to the east. There we go. The wizard better get the let out. I'm gonna beat him.
Where are you? Over here!
Get out of here.
The Dwemer certainly knew how to build for the ages. These towers have outlasted their creators by a decade. The book is housed inside that dome. I'll need to unlock the door for us. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
Time to die!
Nothing I can't handle.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
The Dwemer of Nachardak appear to have been fond of these control pedestals. Luckily, I found a cube to operate it inside on my last visit. I sealed the door when I left to keep out ignorant meddlers. Let me unlock it. The book is just inside. You can see the book right here. So tantalizingly close. But trust me, no magic will open that. I'd have had the book already if it could. No, we'll have to do this the hard way. If we can restore the steam supply to this room, I'm certain I can open it. As you'll see, that's easier said than done. This way to the boilers. Follow me.
Is he with me? This should be no problem.
Charm, the city of 100 towers. In its day, it was the largest of the great Dwemer archives, and perhaps the most advanced. In the old stories, when the Nords came to conquer it, it said the Dwemer submerged the entire city beneath the sea until the invaders gave up. I have my doubts, but the city was a marvel of Dwemer engineering. Now reduced to this. As you can see, most of the lower levels of the city are flooded. But it isn't hopeless. The old Dwemer pumps still seem to work. Watch. But the pumps only operate when a cube is in the pedestal. Unfortunately, they only have one cube. These 4 boilers provide steam to the room upstairs. They're shut down, but they still respond to the control cubes. So, if we can find 4 more cubes, we can turn these boilers back on and restore steam power to the room upstairs. Then I should be able to open the book's protected case. Bring that cube. We'll need it. Yes, here we are. This device shows the location of 4 more cubes in this section of the city. It looks like most of the cubes were moved to the lower levels, perhaps to try to control the flooding before the city was abandoned. Interesting. That would suggest that the city must have originally sunk during the first cataclysm of Red Mountain. Or that the Dwemer's servitors continued to try to preserve the city after their creator's disappearance. 3 of the cubes are through here. This seems like a sensible place to start. You should be able to unseal this door with the control cube I gave you.
That's easy enough.
I hope the rest of the cubes are this easy to find. What was that?
It's just spiders. Hardly worth our time.
These must be the great workshops of Miraak. Impressive, even in ruins. In the city's days of glory, it was reputed to be able to assemble a complete automaton in a single day. Much of the Dwemer's army at the Battle of Red Mountain must have come from here. It looks like we'll need to lower the water level to make any more progress.
Was he not expecting it to be so low? Was I supposed to only put 1 cube in?
Unfortunately, the tree shuts down the corresponding. You are no You can't With the water level this high, we can swim across the collapsed part of the passage and Reach the other side.
I get it. They've recreated the water temple from Zelda. Got it. What's he doing? Okay, this is a monster. What? Alright.
Very good. By my count, we've found a total of 4 cubes, assuming you haven't dropped anything.
Is that it? We're all done? So probably this is premature. We don't need 4, we need at least 6 in total.
The last cube is somewhere in here. I hope it won't require more swimming around in this filth. I'd guess that must be the pump activator up there. But how to reach it? We'll need to get all 3 of these bridges down in order to reach the pump control. That's it. Don't touch anything else. Quickly now. Huh? You can't hide from me. No match for mine. have the cube? Good, good. Then I'll take this cube and we can be on our way. Watch out. Water's rising even higher with both pumps shut down. That was easier than I expected. Glad you were here to do all the hard work. With the cube I retrieved from the pumping pedestal, we should... Now we can finally see about getting those boilers started.
So, 5 is actually
You'll
the
need
magic
the cube
number.
I picked up to start all the boilers.
We need the one he came in with, and then 4 more.
You'll need the cube I picked up to start all the boilers.
Give it to me.
Here, I picked up this cube for you. Shall we get on? That seemed to have done it. Good. It took longer than I'd hoped, but at least it's finally done. Look out! Another steam centurion!
Where?
Going to head back upstairs and see if the reading room has steam. So, it should be a simple matter to release the book.
Alright, meet you up there. Alright, you got it? Let's push the button.
At last. I hope it was worth it. Please, be my guest. You deserve the first look. Besides, it could be very dangerous. These books are known to drive many people insane.
Great. Thanks.
What's the worst that could happen? Well, you could have your mind sucked dry by Hermaeus Mora. But that's supposed to be very rare. Oh, good. Be sure to say hello to Hermaeus Mora for me. See.
I know you, champion. The Agma Inferium was only the beginning. This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is hoarded. Sate your thirst for knowledge in the endless stacks of my library. If you tire of the search, read your book again to return to your mortal life. For a time, the lure of Apocrypha will call you back. It is your fate.
does the library have so many tentacles? Understand what that's for. Chapter 2. Chapter 3. Chapter 4. That's gotta be the end, right?
Well done, my champion. Your journey towards enlightenment has finally led you here to my realm, as I knew it would.
What do you want?
You have entered my realm. You have sought out the forbidden knowledge that only one other has obtained. You are dragonborn, like Miraak before you, a seeker of knowledge and power.
Yes, I came here to learn Miraak's secrets, so that I might destroy him.
All that he knows, he learned from me. I know what you wanted. To use your power as Dragonborn, to bend the world to your will. Here then, use the knowledge you need, although you did not know you needed it. The second word of power. Use it to bend the wills of mortals to your purpose. But this is not enough. Miraak knows the final word of power. Without that, you cannot hope to surpass him. Miraak served me well, and he was rewarded. I can grant you the same power as he wields, but all knowledge has its price.
So what's your price for this final word of power?
Knowledge. For knowledge. The Scar have withheld their secrets from me for many long years. The time has come for this knowledge to be added to my library.
I will talk to the Skull, that we might reach an agreement.
I know you will. And then I will give you the knowledge that you seek. Send the Skull Shaman to me. He holds the secrets that will be mine.
Dragonborn Force Flame Frost. Okay, Force. Your unrelenting Force shout does more damage and may disintegrate enemies. You may only accept one ability from this book at a time. Flame. When your Fire Breath shout kills an enemy, a fire worm emerges. That's not Frost encases foes in ice. Ooh. I'm a Nord. Ice makes sense to me. Let's do the Frost.
What happened? What did you see? Different people have very different experiences when reading these books.
Yeah, there was a lot more tentacles than I was expecting, and eyeballs. I talked to Hermias Mora.
You're still acting surprisingly sane, too. What did he have to say? He must have wanted something from you.
He wants the secrets of the skull in exchange for teaching me a word of power.
Ah, what secrets could they have worth keeping from old Mora? Sounds like a bargain to me. Hermias Mora learned some fascinating new ways to skin a hawker, and you become the second most powerful dragonborn that ever lived. Well, that gives me a lot to think about. I need to get back to Tel Mithryn. I have some ideas about how to locate more of these black books.
So the dragons have returned. Well, the Skull have survived worse.
I spoke to Hermias Mora. He asked for the secrets of the skull.
Hermias Mora. Old Herma Mora himself. So he is the source of Miraak's power. Of course. We have many tales of Herma Mora trying to trick us into giving up our secrets to him. And now he comes again for what we have long kept from him.
What are these secrets of the skull?
Ancient lore, handed down from shaman to shaman since the All-Maker first gave Solstheim to the Skull. How to talk to the wind, how to listen to the earth. These are our secrets. Nothing of power or mastery.
Why would he want that?
We know him as Herma Mora, the demon of knowledge. It is in his nature to hoard secrets to himself. Their value to him is of no consequence. The very fact that the Skull have kept knowledge from him has merely increased his desire to have it.
He said it's the only way he'll teach me the final word of power of Miraak's shout. I'm skeptical, though.
So it falls to me to be the one to give up the secrets to our ancient enemy. I do not know if I have the strength to face him. With Miraak's corruption of the stones, the oneness of the land is disrupted, and our connection to the All-Maker is broken.
Well, I'll definitely restore the remaining stones if that will help.
It may. It should. And I will think on what you ask of me to decide if it is necessary or just another of Herma Mora's tricks.
And that's going to be a wrap. We'll come back next time, cleansing as many of these sacred stones as possible, and hopefully opening a path to this word of power that doesn't involve sacrificing the skull's secrets. Until then, thank you all so much. Please like and subscribe. This has been Honestman, and I'll see you next time with more Skyrim.